A once famous man said that if you don't like gay wrestlers in wrestling, don't like them. I'm not famous yet. That was a horrible start. I'm going to start over. It's amazing to me how people can like gay shit in wrestling. And it's even more amazing to me how people can compare gay shit in wrestling to other things in wrestling that are gay shit. It's like they're taking a giant turd and they're comparing the size of it to another giant turd. I don't understand how this works. Why is one better? Why is one worse? Why am I talking about this? Well, you see, there was a poll on that website known as WWE.com there, John. And this poll was asking us who we thought the better champion has been. Queer Jay Styles or Fatty Owens? Do you realize what? There's so many problems with this. I didn't introduce or start this video off with any kind of opening, by the way. Um, I'm alone. I know you guys like this video of me alone. You people have to love these videos with me alone. The camera's all kinds of different today too. Don't you like that? I like that. Yeah, that's all I have to say really. Leave comments and love me, please. Anyways, so yeah, Queer Jay Styles and Kevin Owens. There's so many problems with trying to compare these two and putting a poll up asking who you think the better champion has been. Problem one is they're both heels. They're both supposed to be bad guys. We're not supposed to cheer for the bad guys. We're supposed to boo them because they do evil things. So why is there a poll asking the fan base audience who the better champion has been? Do you realize that exposes so many things wrong in wrestling? Back in the old days, they didn't ask you who has been a better champion, JBL or Brock Lesnar. They were both the same champion, but that's besides the point. They were both heels. You weren't supposed to like them as champion. You were supposed to hate them. You were supposed to say, wow, that guy has the belt and he's a big meanie, so I'm not going to support him. Nowadays, it's, oh, these guys, they're evil and they do terrible things, but we want to know which one you like more. That's the most dumb shit booking logic I've ever heard in my life. It's so stupid. That's like saying there's two bullies at school, but you want to know which one is the better of the two. They're both still bullies, so they're both still terrible people. So why is it that on a scripted show where there are two bad guy champions that you're supposed to boo, they have a poll asking you which one of them is better? It should be asking which one of them is worse because they're both terrible champions at that. It doesn't make any sense for them to try to tell me, oh, you have to choose one of these guys even though we're telling you not to like either of them. That's so utterly ridiculous. Now, needless to say, nobody should be going on these polls anyway and voting because really, who's got the time to do this? But only like, I think 9% of people said Kevin Owens has been a better champion. And then 91% Queer Jay Styles has been the better champion. Okay. Let's think about this. Let's please go into this. Because you know what? These two queers won the belt around the same time. Kevin Owens, I think, won it near the end of August, and Queer Jay Styles won it near the beginning of September. Okay? So they basically have had the same, not the same, AJ Styles has been a few days off of Fatty Owens, but they both have relatively been around the same period of time as champion, okay? So, here's my question. What has AJ Styles done differently than Kevin Owens to be a better champion? What has he done? I don't understand. He's been, honestly, he feuded with Dean Ambrose ever since he's been champion. He had that one little mini program with James Ellsworth that the world gave no shits about. And he had one three-way match with Cena. Okay. What has Kevin Owens done? Kevin Owens has fought Seth Rollins forever. He fought Roman Reigns at Roadblock, and now he's going to fight Roman Reigns again, while having Chris Jericho by his side. So, here's my question. If both of these guys are as good of wrestlers as the fans claim them to be, then how is one going to be praised over the other when they both have done the same bullshit? They both have been involved in the same long-term feuds that nobody wants to watch, and the matches go on forever, even though you don't want to see any more matches between them. And they both had pointless stipulation matches because none of these feuds were personal. It was just, I want your title, please give it to me. There was no need to have a TLC match. There was no need to have a Hell in a Cell match. And hell, for Kevin Owens, the woman main evented over his Hell in a Cell match. And don't even tell me, oh, AJ Styles never had. AJ Styles had Bray Wyatt main event over his match. AJ Styles' match opened up a pay-per-view. I remember this happening. So AJ Styles is the champion, and he opens up the pay-per-view, and then Bray Wyatt, a jobber who has been losing this whole year, main evented the pay-per-view with Randy Boner. Great. Cool. That really establishes AJ Styles as a great champion. At least Kevin Owens wasn't the fucking opener. That's the sign. That's what tells you both of these guys are terrible champions. It's because they don't main event. What champion doesn't main event? Unless you're CM Punk. Now, needless to say, CM Punk had a lot of hard competition up against him. Because I remember when he was champion, he had to face off against, I remember, John Cena and Brock Lesnar were feuding. I don't agree about John Cena and John Laurinaitis main eventing over CM Punk's match. But then again, that was with Daniel Bryan. So maybe it didn't generate enough buzz. But still, I don't think any GM should be involved in the main event of any pay-per-view. John Cena and Big Show. Yeah, CM Punk should have main evented over that. I don't remember all the other matches. I think CM Punk started acting. No, he didn't main event. No, because Brock Lesnar were still having matches. Okay, so when Brock Lesnar had a match, then CM Punk didn't main event. But really, who does main event when Brock Lesnar has a match? Unless it's WrestleMania, I guess. But other than that, Brock Lesnar usually always is the main event. But it's like, AJ Styles, what competition does he have? Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton? That's not a good feud. Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss, and nobody still does care about it. So how is he going to open up the show when nothing else has competition for him on this show? There's no match on this show that can be called a main event other than the AJ Styles match, and that's because John Cena is in it. And don't give me that, oh, it's because the debate thing would go. Okay, you morons out there. Let me tell you something. I think I explained this in the No Mercy video, but I'm going to explain it again. If you're a wrestling fan, you don't give a shit about the election unless it's concerning who wins. Other than that, you're not going to sit in front of your TV and watch the debates go down. That's not what you want. If you're a wrestling fan, you want to see them brawl. And since you don't get to see them brawl, you're going to resort to watching wrestling instead. Furthermore, adding on to that, since No Mercy was a pay-per-view, you would have been paying to see it. It's still not a free view. Even if it's on the network and you're a fucking Jew, it's still, you have to pay to see it. So if you're paying to see it, why would you not watch it over the debate? You don't pay to watch the debate, you pay to watch the pay-per-view. So it makes no sense. Well, yeah, you had to put AJ Styles' match on first with the idea people would switch over to the debate after watching it. And that still makes no sense from a pay-per-view standpoint wise, because it's basically them saying they know their pay-per-view is shit and nobody's going to watch it. Kevin Owens, let's face it, he's been as terrible as AJ Styles has been. I don't care how many of you AJ Styles fanboys out there try to argue this. There's no debate about it. What can you say? Can you say he's a better wrestler? Okay, cool. You said Kevin Owens was as good of a wrestler as AJ Styles is. And to establish this, actually, what moves does AJ Styles do in a match? Like, how many moves does he do? He's got the Pele kick. He's got the Styles Clash, the calf killer, and he's got that flying elbow thing, and then his 450 splash. All cruiserweight moves, may I point out. Except, actually, no, the calf killer can be a cruiserweight move, because all cruiserweight matches end in submission holds these days. So, how is this guy who is doing cruiserweight shit main champion material? And don't get me started, oh, you just hate him because he's small. Chris Benoit, when he was champion, he wasn't doing just small guy shit. At least he was actually a technical wrestler who actually could do power moves, if anything. Eddie Guerrero had a good character. AJ Styles doesn't have anything going for him. He's just a cruiserweight in an indie body. He's got no character other than, oh, phenomenal. Great. What makes you phenomenal? Come on, tell me. What makes you phenomenal? I hate these characters that come out and say what they are, but they have no details or anything about them to establish that that's what they are. Broken Matt Hardy? Guess why he's broken? It's because he's insane and crazy and he has no idea what's going on. He thinks he's possessed by gods. Why is AJ Styles phenomenal? Because he comes out and says it? That doesn't mean he's phenomenal just because he comes out and wrestles a good match. Face facts. Every single fucking wrestler on the roster is a good wrestler. Because if they weren't good wrestlers, they would be killing each other in that ring. And do you see anybody die? No. So I don't care how much you tell me, Big Ass isn't as good as AJ Styles is because AJ Styles is in-ring veteran. All these people are getting paid to fucking wrestle. So they all know what the fuck they're doing. Because they've all been in the same ass performance center and they have been trained to do this shit. Just because AJ Styles does a few flashy moves than the rest of them doesn't mean he's the greatest wrestler of all time. That's fucking insane logic. That makes no sense. And then what are you going to try to say? Oh, AJ Styles has been treated more of a serious champion than Kevin Owens. Okay, look you retards. AJ Styles has been given the same exact treatment. He won the belt by cheating. He won the belt by cheating. He's retained the belt by cheating. He needed James fucking Ellsworth to help him retain the title before. Can you please explain to me how he's more serious of a champion? It's because he gets more clean wins? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have more clean wins than Kevin Owens does. Kevin Owens and AJ Styles have both cheated to retain the title on multiple occasions. In fact, I think AJ Styles has never won a match clean ever since becoming champion. And if he has, it's been against someone like fucking Mojo Rawley. Really? Are you going to give a shit? No, you're not. That makes no sense to try to say, oh, he's good, he's more better of a champion. He's not a coward heel. He is a coward heel. He runs away from everybody. And he does the same shit Kevin Owens does. The only difference is he doesn't have a fucking sidekick next to him 24/7. I don't blame anyone because I don't see why you want to be next to that queer gay-ass faggot. So, good for them that they're staying away from him. Other than James Ellsworth, who was like, I want to help AJ Styles. I don't understand how AJ Styles is a better champion. It makes no sense for people to think this. Oh, it's because he's part of the SmackDown brand. When would people learn that SmackDown and Raw are the same shit? They're booked by the same person. Vince McMahon books the show. There's no storylines on either show. There's no good matches on either show. And if there are, you're blinding yourself into believing that because Vince McMahon is throwing talented, by talented, I mean the fucking faggots that you smarks find talented into the main event scene, like Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles. And just because they're in the main event scene, you're like, SmackDown's the better show. SmackDown has James Ellsworth running around. SmackDown has 3 woman storylines going on right now. And they don't have cruiserweights. So really, the whole first hour of SmackDown is woman. Let it sink in. You enjoy a show more than Raw where the whole first hour is woman. What does that say about you? It just goes to prove the fact that you people saying that you like SmackDown are just saying that because you want to be different. Someone was like, oh, it's because SmackDown's building the land of opportunity. What opportunity? What new stars are being built on SmackDown? The Miz has been established forever. He's always going to be established. Is he a faggot? Yes. But people are always going to remember him because he's been here since 2004. He's not a new star. Is Dolph Ziggler a new star? No. The Smarks have been improving for him fucking since day one. He walked into this fucking company. And now he's trash. And they tried turning against him. But now he's turning heel and all the Smarks are back on his fucking cock. Acting like they loved him since day one. John Cena has ran the company since day one. He's not a new star. Randy Boner? Randy Boner has been here since day one too. Not day one in WWE, but I'm saying day one in 2004, I'll say. I don't know why I said day one. That was a really terrible explanation for that. But still, Shane McMahon has been around for centuries. He's the GM on the fucking show. What new stars are being made? Please, someone inform me. Who is a new star on SmackDown? Is it Queer J Styles? No, it's not Queer J Styles. Because guess what? He's not a star. Just because they put a belt on him and he does a few flashy moves, it doesn't mean he's a star. Just because you people think he's a star because of where he came from. This is the same guy who was main eventing TNA shows. I know what you're going to say. What, you like TNA better? I do like TNA better. I like the product of TNA better. But guess what? The fact is there's only a few people that watch TNA. You know why there's only a few people that watch TNA? Because TNA will never be as big as WWE will be. It's never going to happen. There's no way in hell TNA will ever go to the limit that the WWE is at. And the fact that they have to hire a guy who used to main event pay-per-views in front of 1,000 people at a tour studio in Universal, and now they're throwing him out there in a main event scene on a WWE pay-per-view as champion, that just shows how low this company is sunk. They're relying on a guy who main evented in front of tourist people. That's a problem. So, any of you people saying that AJ Styles is a better champion than Kevin Owens, you're just wrong. The fact is, they're both equally as gay, they're both equally as dumb, and nobody wants to watch either of them. And if you think different, you're just a moron. That was a very lengthy explanation video. If any of you have any rebuttals against me, I will gladly comment against you in the comment section. Because I already know all you AJ Styles fanboys out there are going to come attacking me. Great faggot. Come on. Tell me why he's the greatest champion ever. Tell me why he deserves the main event at WrestleMania. Tell me why you want to see AJ Styles versus Nakamura in a 5-star classic in the main event at WrestleMania. Please go ahead and try to inform me why. Because right now, I don't know. This is a very deep video. I hope this is funny. If it wasn't funny, I'm sorry. Very serious. I can't wrap my head around the fact that people are trying to argue online that AJ Styles is a better champion than Kevin Owens when they're both equally as gay. And I'm not trying to support Kevin Owens if that's what you think I'm trying to do. Because I'm really not. Because Kevin Owens is just as equal as a faggot of a champion as AJ Styles is. So, that's what it comes down to. This was the second video for the week. Wow, you people got 2 videos this week. You should be happy for me. I actually really wanted to shoot this video because I actually really feel passionate about this. I think I'm going to write a whole speech about it. Yeah. What is next week? Nothing's next week. The week after that, there will be Rumble predictions maybe, and I guess I'll do another TNA video because I haven't done a TNA video in a while.